My name's Rosemary Townsend. I'm a speech and language therapist at Discover, a specialist aphasia charity. I'm reporting on a BAS-funded project which was carried out in conjunction with UCL. This project focused on the inclusion of people with aphasia in training future speech and language therapists. The idea for the project came from a conversation with Jenny Grassley, a lecturer at UCL. Jenny and I both had experience of involving people with aphasia in teaching students and others about aphasia. And we were both thinking, how could we improve the way we involve and include them to improve this teaching? We knew that the Health and Care Professions Council say that universities must involve service users and carers in their teaching, but they don't say how. We started by asking the experts, some people with aphasia who attend Discover's groups. We ran an online discussion, and the results indicated that the people with aphasia thought this was a worthwhile project. We recruited 3 students from UCL to the project team. Standing behind the students are myself, Jenny, and Wendy Best, who was another co-supervisor. The students agreed on 3 different questions, which they put to groups of people with aphasia, student speech therapists, and relatives. The first question was, how can people with aphasia and students work together in aphasia teaching? The second question was, what would be good? What would be the benefits? And what would be bad, the difficulties about people with aphasia helping with teaching? And the third question was, how should family members of people with aphasia be involved? These questions were asked of small groups of 5 people in each group: students, people with aphasia, and relatives. The students used a particular technique to run their discussion groups, called the nominal group technique. This is a structured way of having a discussion which makes sure everybody's views are taken into account and people vote on what they feel are the most important points that come out of that. So here's a picture of all the ideas that the group have generated being listed. And here one of the group is choosing his own top 3 from the set generated. So what are the results? The outstanding point was that people with aphasia, family members, and students all said a resounding yes, they should be involved in teaching students about aphasia. And some additional points which received most votes were that students should hear from more than one person with aphasia because everyone's different. People with aphasia will need help to deliver the teaching. Adjustments will need to be made. Students would prefer to meet with people with aphasia in person. Students should hear about the emotional impact of aphasia. Videos of people with aphasia talking with family members should be used in teaching. And finally, family members wanted to tell students about the reality of life with aphasia. So what next? This project is already having an impact. People with aphasia will be involved in 5 lectures at UCL starting in autumn 2024. The project continues with a new phase. 2 new students in this picture will be evaluating the impact of these lectures on students, on lecturers, on people with aphasia, and on family members of people with aphasia. Some final words from our students.
I do feel really optimistic and encouraged by the inclusion of them. I think just because after we've done our research, we found out there's so many things that we can be doing differently for people with aphasia to be included on our course. I think if it all works out, it will really enrich our course, make everything that we do a lot more person-centered. So it sounds like really exciting stuff and very valuable, I think.
As like some of my friends had, just based on how their placements have gone, had never had the chance to work with someone with aphasia. So this would give them the opportunity to actually see someone with aphasia rather than just be taught the theoretical stuff that has been done in the past.
It's a really satisfying feeling, like getting to the end of our phase of this project and seeing that what we found is being actioned already. So I think my hope really is that the working relationships between people with aphasia, their relatives, and universities are kind of forged in places where they might not exist right now, and cemented there, and cemented across all other courses, really. I think in the country and beyond, really, it's so important, and students are going to benefit. I think that's clear.
So thank you to BAS for supporting my role as student co-supervisor on this project with MSc students at UCL. If you have any questions about this project, please do email me at Discover. Thank you.